Hello, guys. Welcome to our channel. Just sit back, relax, and laugh with us as we talk about random and sometimes hilarious topics. If you're new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new episodes. Thank you. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of JK All Day. She is Jay.
And she's Kay.
So, Jay, ano ba ang topic natin today?
Ang topic natin for today is how are we coping with the pandemic? We're 8 or 9 months into the quarantine na, di ba?
So, if there is a prize,
I am the big winner.
ikaw na.
Is it just me na I feel like we're not really supposed to be going out yet? Kasi nga, di ba, since businesses are starting to reopen, it seems or it also feels like we should be going out already.
Right now, this pandemic is like one big question mark to all of us still. I don't think you're alone in feeling na parang ayaw mo pang lumabas. Kasi ganun din ako.
Mhm.
Like, I don't even want to step outside my house.
Hindi naman ako ganyan.
Ako ganun.
Kasi I step out of the house because, I have to receive packages and stuff. But in terms of actually going places, the last time that I was out was the day that nag-announce ng ECQ. So I haven't really been out since ECQ.
We're probably overthinking this again. But then, kasi nakakatakot kasi hindi mo alam eh. Like, some people may be asymptomatic. Diba? So, and yung vaccine, diba, I think sa news sabi niya parang second quarter of next year pa ata lalabas. Maybe. This whole experience has been surreal. And people have been busy with a lot of things during the pandemic. Kanya-kanyang diskarte. Kasi nga, hindi makalabas ng bahay. So, in order to discuss this topic, we have invited one of our friends.
And previous guest.
Si M.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
Thanks for having me again.
So how have you
Yeah.
been? What, 8 or 9 months since the quarantine?
Okay naman. I think kung sa atin, between us friends, I would be the third big winner.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I'm like the ultimate winner.
Bigyan na to ng award, please.
Ay, dapat si Kay yung pinaka-big winner kasi kahit sa labas ng gate niya, hindi siya lumalabas.
Hindi.
Pero nakapunta yata siya kung saan
Nakapunta kasi ako sa bank for like 5 minutes.
Ay, wala na.
Do you still remember what you were doing when you found out na there was a pandemic?
Can't remember exactly.
Ako, I'm sure nasa bahay ako. 100% sure. Ikaw malamang siguro, I think nasa bahay ka rin. What about you, M?
Di ko sure exactly when I heard this term pandemic eh. Pero I've heard of the virus way before, like early Jan, siguro maybe late December pa nga yata, na there's a virus going around in China. Kasi we have relatives in China eh. Pero at that time, parang it seemed something na still very far away and irrelevant to us, Parang never in my imagination na naisip ko it would spread in a worldwide scale.
Yeah.
To the point na lahat tayo magla-lockdown. I thought it was just something na far away, hindi ako affected.
I think same naman. Kasi like for me, ang una ko talagang naisip, like, this looks like a scene from a movie. Parang plot siya ng isang apocalyptic movie. Parang hindi siya kapanipaniwala.
Nung Jan nga, parang nagpa-plan pa kami ng trip, like a mid-year trip to Bangkok with my friends.
Nag-book ba kayo? Like, as in nag-down na and
Yeah.
everything? Or
Paid.
parang
Paid and everything. Pero, it was through Agoda. So, pwede siya, na-cancel ko naman in the end.
Oh, I think, I remember that time. Yung parang nagsimula pa lang i-impose yung quarantine and then people are having problems left and right with regard to, yun nga, yung mga trips, di ba? They have to cancel yung mga book trips nila. Oo, yun yung the initial part yun yung parang the first probably 2 months into the pandemic.
Mm-mm. And then, nung nag-announce na nga ng ECQ, oh my gosh, ibang problem na naman. Hindi daw nila kaya.
Supply,
and hindi daw nila kaya magstay sa bahay for an indefinite period of time.
Oh, I don't have
Yeah,
that
ako
problem.
din. I was confident.
Ako din, pero to be honest, nung imposed na siya, na you have to stay at home, suddenly I feel like going out. Parang I miss going out. Pero nung pwede naman lumabas, kahit na may lakad, minsan natutuwa ka pa pag naka-cancel.
Oh my God.
I think kasi ano yun,
Oh my God.
parang the choice was taken away from us eh. Diba? I think yun eh. Kasi parang before the pandemic, like, we can choose to go out, we can choose to stay in. But now, parang it's like the choice was taken away from us. Parang wala kang magagawa. Kailangan nasa bahay ka lang.
Before lockdown kasi, parang we at least got to go out mga once or twice a week, and that would be enough na for us, diba? We get to eat out once or twice a week. And then, all of a sudden, completely, you can't even go out. Not even for errands, diba? That's probably what drives people crazy.
So, on that note, driving people crazy, staying at home, cabin fever and all. I mean, maraming pa naman pwedeng gawin sa bahay. But what did you guys do, like, during that period to combat that? Or until now, like, if you're still doing it?
I think probably first 2 months, I think I was busy with actually looking for suppliers as to where to order. Kasi nga, since we're not supposed to be going out as much as possible, right? So, syempre, di ba, we had to transition into lahat online purchasing of things that we don't usually order online naman before. And during that time, hindi din naman ganun kadami yung nag-offer ng mga online services as compared ngayon. Ngayon, kasi dumami na sila through the course of that several months. So, that ate up a lot of my time during the first few months. What are your experiences when it comes to that?
May naalala ako when you mentioned that. Kasi, nung time na yon, ganun din kami dito. And then, naalala ko pa nung nalaman ko na Pure Gold has this app na nga, na parang, you can order online and then just pick it up dun sa nearby na na branch. Sobrang tawang-tawa kami nun. Parang who would have thought na ganun ka-elated, na magkaroon ng ganung option bigla.
Yung ganung option kasi, di ba, I think it's already available in other countries even before. But here, also available, pero not a lot of people use that service.
Yeah, I think we're very old school.
Yeah.
Naging struggle sa amin yung mga binibili sa wet market, like fish, meat. So we tried ordering through a contact person, and then he'll shop for us, like sa Suki Market, and then deliver it to us. Tapos nung initial stage nung lockdown, i-deliver dapat. Tapos hindi siya makakross kasi technically parang he's crossing a border from QC to Manila. Technically 10 minutes away lang from QC, parang gano'n. Hindi siya pwedeng tumawid. So, hindi namin na-receive yung order namin, na-cancel siya. So, yun yung struggle namin at first. And then, yung susunod na time, we were able to order from a market that's in Manila naman, like, I think Arangke. Tapos dumating siya, parang tanghali na, tapos yung dad ko kept complaining na bilasan na daw yung fish, ganyan. Basta hindi na fresh. So, one time lang kami nag-order, tapos we never ordered again. So, after that, my dad still preferred to go to the market himself. So, kasi siya lang yung may quarantine pass sa amin.
Oo, tama. The era of quarantine pass. Grabe no, could you imagine talaga na parang we're gonna experience something like this?
Ako naman, after yung initial confusion and yun nga, yung paghahanap ng mga, looking for suppliers, markets, whatnot online, I became restless. Kasi may 2 months din na nag-stop yung work for me. And then, I remembered na si Shakespeare kasi, may reports na sinulat daw niya yung King Lear during yung plague outbreak sa kanila. So, while he was in quarantine, nilabas niya yung King Lear. And I think Macbeth and Antony and Cleopatra din yata. So, of course, we can't all be Shakespeare. Pero naalala ko kasi na I have a novel na sobrang tagal ko nang hindi ginagalaw. So, parang ako,
Okay.
sige, why not? So, I continued writing yung novel din. But before that, I wrote a short story muna. So, yun, parang sulat-sulat. And I was really confident kasi sabi ko, taong bahay naman ako, parang hindi naman ako mahihirapan dito. But then eventually, I realized na parang it can be like a sign of anxiety rin if you're restless. So, pero anyway, may maganda namang naidulot yun kasi now, as you know, I make it a point to write every day. And I'm on track to finishing it this year. I'm so happy.
Yay!
But yun, kasi I find that, di ba lagi nga sinasabi sa church na you have to make it a habit nga. Para yung hindi mo na siya pinag-iisipan na, I have to write this. Or hindi mo siya makakalimutan. Kasi nga, may set schedule ka na and everyday mo na siya ginagawa. At yun, isa pa, yung gym. Meron na kaming mini gym sa bahay. So, we've been exercising, religiously din. Nandun yan. Kasama siya sa schedule ko.
How to be?
Hindi. Kasi restless nga ako. So, I need to expel excess energy. So, I just thought that why not put it into, something productive. But that's me naman. And then now, recently, we have this. So, I guess parang it's a way of distracting myself din. It's not that I'm oblivious naman to what's going on outside, but I just choose to focus somewhere else.
Because at the end of the day naman, the only thing we can do is to do the things that are within our control. And like hand hygiene, social distancing, and everything, we can all practice that. Pero in terms of a worldwide scale, syempre, iniintay ng lahat yung cure, yung vaccine. Parang for me, wala naman akong makakontribute doon. So, might as well just focus my time and energy on things that are actually within my control.
Speaking of that, you guys know, as well as I do, that Filipinos love to eat. So, may nabasa akong meme. Parang kinompare nila like other countries. Ito yung ginagawa nila ang protocol. Philippines. Parang, anong order mo, ganyan, sushi bake, kani bake, whatever. Lahat na lang.
Hoy, pero totoo yun, di ba? Pero, nasa anong month na tayo nito? Mga 4th month pa to.
Pero nakakatawa kasi it's so accurate. Parang everybody is just like, we're selling this now, cookies, baked goods.
I can relate naman dyan. Kasi another challenge that was brought about by the pandemic is that hindi naman ako talaga palalabas na tao because I have things to do at home since I work from home. But then, yung effect din ng pandemic is syempre, humina yung sales dahil I do personalized stuff, di ba? So, syempre, there's no events. So, affected yung sales. So, medyo talagang during I don't even want to remember kung ilang months yun talagang bokya talaga. So, kailangan din talagang maghanap ng sideline. So, ano pa nga ba yung mabenta during the height of the pandemic kung hindi yung mga essentials like cleaning, disinfectants. Kaya, doon ako napunta.
Dali, i-plug mo na.
So guys, if you need to buy cleaning solutions in bulk, just contact me.
At?
We'll put a link to my Shopee on the description box.
Reliable yun. Suki ako dun.
Ayun.
Nakabili na ako several times.
Oo nga.
Highly recommended.
Thanks, Em.
Hindi pa ako nakakabili.
Oo, kasi meron silang no buying policy.
But it's open na now, I think. Pero, yun nga, speaking of food, yung isang friend natin dito, naging busy rin with food. Alam mo ba yun, Jay?
Syempre naman, ako pa
So,
ba?
share mo naman sa amin kung anong ginawa mo.
Ayun, yun nga, marami akong na-bake during yung few months na yun. So, I'd make a list of the things I want to try baking. Tapos yun, isa-isa ko tinatry, ganyan. Tapos sometimes I send you yung mga binake ko, di ba? Ganyan.
Yeah.
Oo, naambunan naman tayo.
Cheesecake.
Pero tulad nga nung kanta, di ba? Sana'y maulit muli.
Bukas na yung deliveries dito sa bahay.
Wow, biglang bukas na.
Ayun, masaya mag-bake. I think hindi lang naman ako. Nung time na yun, marami din talaga who got into baking. I know na a lot of stores run out of all-purpose flour and other baking ingredients like cream cheese. That's how big the baking industry became during that lockdown. So,
nag-boom talaga yung yung baking.
Kasi pag baking, you have to have patience. It takes a lot of time. I know si Kay also tried baking. Tapos nagko-complain siya sa akin, ang tagal pala nito, besh. 3 hours ng araw ko yung nasayang.
And she doesn't have that time. Alam mo naman yan.
Kaya tinawag na labor of love.
There are a lot of people nga who got into baking and then they sold their goods. Didn't you ever think of selling?
Oo, naisip ko rin, pero hindi kasi ako confident pa. Wala, hindi ko lang siya matutukan pa. Kasi there are other things din naman. We have our family business, di ba?
So, yeah.
But do you have plans of selling your
Siguro.
your
Kung
goodies?
bibili si Kay tsaka si Jay.
Of course, bibili kami. So, we would like to take this opportunity to announce to the people na once decides to sell her baked goods na napakasarap, lalo na yung yung chocolate chip cookies.
Yes, I like that.
And yung cheesecake and yung yung oatmeal cookies, basta lahat na talaga, masarap talaga yon. Malalaman nyo dito sa podcast.
Yes, and cookies talaga yung forte niya. So, abangan nating lahat kung kailan siya magiging available.
Thank you. Yun na lang. Sabi nyo kasi sa last podcast
Huh?
Know how to receive compliments.
Sabi nga
daw. Feel good about yourself
and say
thank
sabi
you. O, diba?
Wow!
Marami tayong natututunan dito.
That's nice to know.
Speechless ako doon. Anyway.
Bukod sa baking, kasi syempre, baking, di tataba ka din doon talaga. So, tulad ni Kay, I started exercising din. Yun din yung magandang naidulot sa akin ng lockdown, ng quarantine. Parang I also like having a routine. So, dahil doon, parang I started exercising almost every day. Ganyan.
Nahiya ako bigla. Bye, guys.
Jay has left the building.
Parang hindi ako nakiisa sa layunin na mag-exercise. I didn't
Layunin
get the
talaga.
memo.
Layunin talaga, besh. Pero, yun nga, like I've been telling, my friends, like my other friends, na, kasi, we cope differently, diba? Like, some people like to keep busy. And then, some people, iba naman yung way nila of coping. So, it doesn't mean naman na, porket naglabas ng 3 play itong si Shakespeare, kailangan ko rin maglabas ng ng 3 nobela.
Oo, pwede din isa.
Or pwede rin wala. Diba? Nasa sayo naman yun.
Grabe. Huwag mo kaming kalimutan,
Grabe siya. Parang kala mo naman, kung magiging J.K. Rowling or Tolkien.
Oo, kapag
JK all
New
day.
York's
JK.
number 1 best-selling.
Apelido ko all day.
Apelido mo all day.
Pero ayun nga. Kasi may mga nakausap din ako na sabi nila parang they have struggled with productivity since this pandemic started. So I just want to ask, like, did you guys feel the same way?
I was actually, looking back and then I realized na I actually wasted, I think, 2 months. Kasi during that time, alam mo yung parang tutok ka lang sa news every day. And then every day, I also kept checking yung Worldometer na site. To see kung what the numbers are and how the numbers are increasing every day. But at the same time, I don't know why I was doing that. Kasi ano naman magagawa nun, di ba? But I just found myself na that was what I was doing for, I think, the first 2 months. And medyo, I kind of regret dahil I could have used that time to plan for the succeeding months. The problem is I didn't look far ahead.
I remember talking to you that time eh. Tapos parang, I know you struggled nga being productive at that time. Kasi parang, yung mindset mo is just not there. Parang you feel like there's a worldwide pandemic going on. People are getting sick or dying. Parang you can't bring yourself to think about how to make money. Diba? Lalo na yung you think like your business is not really yung nasa essentials na category, diba? So, even posting about it, naalala ko sabi mo, parang, is it appropriate? Yeah, is it appropriate
it doesn't
to post
feel
something like this? So, I can understand. Kasi parang at that time, you just want to parang be one with the world na nagsasuffer, ganyan. So, you want to keep updated. Ako din eh, at nung initial stage, I kept watching news, checking the numbers of cases. Pero at a certain point, parang I got tired of it because I would get anxious and depressed na parang, oh my gosh. Parang
when
the
is this
world
gonna
is
end?
ending. May ganong feels eh. And that's not really helpful or healthy.
I think it goes for a lot of people, no? Na parang during the first few months, yung shaken talaga lahat. Like, yung everyday routine talaga na bago. Like, people didn't know what to do. Everybody was trying to think of parang ways kung paano din mag-help. Diba during that time, yun yung people were coming together to provide yung mga face shields for the frontliners. Kasi they weren't being sold pa in the market eh. So people were actually doing arts and crafts to make those shields.
And there was a shortage
Do you remember
of masks
that?
also.
Yeah.
That was a time na sobrang ginto ang presyo ng mga face masks.
Oo, grabe. Parang doble, triple yung price. So, malaki talaga yung economic impact ng pandemic na to. And of course, pati mental health ng mga tao. Kasi nga, anxiety, di ba? Kaya, ganun din. I stopped watching the news din. I don't really watch it now.
If you come to think of it, no, di ba? We're all affected naman, or we've all been affected. Most especially the first few months when we didn't know how to proceed with work and life. But then, if you look at the grand perspective, meron pa rin kasing isang sector na talagang greatly affected. Yung mga daily wage earners, kasi nagka-problem with transportation, yung mga protocols.
Or yung mga jobs na they can't really work from home. Diba? May mga ganong jobs eh.
Oh yeah. Like people who worked in construction. So, syempre, most of them, they have to commute to work. And then, public transportation was not available for a certain time. So, marami talaga like the jeepney drivers. So, parang, for me at that time, I was really thinking about these people na parang, paano naman din sila? Kasi, ako, personally, affected ako. Kasi talagang halos wala akong sales nung ilang months na yun. Pero, I'm still grateful na meron naman ako kahit papaano konting na itabi na I'm not gonna go hungry, not being able to work during that time. Pero how about these people na umaasa sila dun sa everyday nila na sweldo? And then, they're faced with this challenge nga na they're willing to work but they're not able to work.
Yeah. Ang naalala ko, ang nakita ko sa news nun, which made me really happy, yung that time, was that, yun nga, nabanggit mo, when people were having trouble nga finding public transportation, there were some drivers who offered their services. Like for yung mga medical professionals, yun yung ano ko. I'm not sure if in-offer nila yun for other professions din. Like parang nakakataba ng puso and it gives me hope for humanity.
The beautiful side naman din of situations like this you will see then how people come together to to help one another. Bilib na bilib din ako doon sa mga tao who are very proactive in,
Yeah.
planning and organizing activities. It's either a fundraiser or a drive na talagang they're not just sitting around. Nagigilty ako eh. Kasi I think about all these things na parang how I wish I can help, but I don't have the same, how do I say it?
Gusto mo sabihin parang you don't have enough drive?
Probably, yeah.
Pero we can support in other ways naman. Sa akin, nung time na yun, parang I think that's what I did na lang. Every time may mag-ask for donations, ganun. Try to help in my way. And also, importante din to pray.
Yeah.
Yun. I remember praying a lot more.
Yeah.
Dahil nung time na yun, very uncertain nga. So I'd pray for the frontliners, their safety. Tapos, I'd pray for the government, for our leaders, for God to give them the wisdom, diba, on how to efficiently serve the Filipino people, how to fight this pandemic.
I think this pandemic has put things into perspective talaga. Not just for me, but for a lot of people as well. Parang once again, you're faced with the fragility and the vulnerability of life.
The brevity of life.
Yeah. Kasi, diba, like for our family, like we lost 3 relatives in the span of 4 months. Although the 3 of them, they didn't really pass away due to the virus naman. But still, loss is loss. If it doesn't happen, yun nga, to somebody close to you nga, it doesn't have as much or like as strong an impact. Yeah. So we were going through that amidst everything else. It has been like a struggle talaga. Parang sobrang daming nangyari. And to think at the beginning of this year, parang iniisip ko parang, oh, this year is gonna be different. But different in a good way. Yun yung iniisip ko. Hindi ko naman iniisip na different in, like this.
In a different way, but hindi naman din completely bad. Diba? Kasi as you said, parang there are some good things
that really
came out of this
Yeah.
pandemic.
It's not exactly bad, but it's unfortunate because a lot of people died.
So I think you're talking about your realizations.
And I think
diba?
Kasi when there are so many things, like unfortunate things that are happening right now, and kakatapos na ng Thanksgiving, right? I know we don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but with the things that happened this year, it's really hard to find things to be thankful for. Like the obvious ones, I mean. Itong napansin ko, like for me, like there are things or people that you have taken for granted before the pandemic. And then when the pandemic happened, it makes you appreciate the little things more. And yung continued provision lang din. Like yun nga, sabi mo, parang syempre, parang walang income or less income during the first few months, right? But then, parang may provision pa rin talaga si God. Like, di naman tayo nagutom or what. So we were actually very fortunate na.
You realize kung ano lang talaga yung things that you need in life, that you don't really need a lot. And I'm proud to say na I didn't shop for any clothes or whatever during the past few months.
Ako din, hindi rin ako bumili ng clothes.
Achievement.
I wish I can say the same. Ako naman yung hindi nakatanggap ng memo. Hindi rin ako nakiisa.
And ano yun? Kung may stress eating na, may stress shopping.
Oo.
Retail therapy yun.
Like you said,
stress ka ba?
Have our ways of coping.
Oo.
Hindi ako proud and I'm not encouraging people na gayahin ako. Pero it's one of my ways of coping din, na parang kahit na I can't go out, at least yung feeling ko na I still have access to, like, let's say, Grab food or things to buy from online platforms like Shopee or Lazada. Since meron akong ganong access, I don't feel the need to go out as much.
Pero ano naman the thing naman with this is, syempre, affected lahat in terms of finances. Pero, definitely, there are people who have more and those who are able to spend even at a time like this. And ina-encourage din naman for those who can spend, di ba? Para
Wow.
mabuhay yung
Are you running for
economy.
something, Jay? Buhayin ng ekonomiya. Okay, you heard it here from Jay. Kung kaya mong gumastos, gumastos ka. Para sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas.
Ako kasi, hindi ko kaya gumastos. So, tinry kong hindi gumastos.
Yeah.
So, just play your part.
Hindi, pero alam mo, one of the things I'm really thankful for is that this happened at a time when I have a personal relationship with God na. 'Di ba? Kasi if not, parang it's so easy to blame him na naman. And like some people tend to interpret God based on the situation and not the other way around.
Yeah.
Although we don't really know what the purpose of this whole pandemic is at the moment, we have to trust na God knows what He's doing.
Just like your novel, hindi pa kasi tapos yung story.
Sige. Okay. Talagang pina-plug mo ah. I'm so grateful. One of the things I'm grateful for is having very supportive friends.
Hindi, ako naman yung baon ko siguro throughout this pandemic is to have an attitude of gratitude. Kasi, yun nga, if we look hard enough, if we look beyond the surface, you'd realize din na we still have all that we need eh. The things that are most important to us, I would say, we still have them. And we should still be grateful na nandito tayo sa gantong position.
What about you, M?
Sa akin naman, something related din dun sa sinabi ni Kay. It gives me comfort knowing that God is in control. Diba? Even though a lot of things that are going on around us, diba? We are very uncertain. Pero knowing that God is in control, parang I can rest. I know na hindi niya tayo pababayaan. Parang alam niya kung anong ginagawa niya. He knows what He's doing. And also, parang I learned na, parang it's very humbling, this experience, because you realize na wala talagang stable sa mundong to. Yun lang, parang to put our hope in the Lord, who's in control of everything. Hindi sa mga bagay na temporal in this world, na very uncertain and pwedeng mawala. So, I think yun yung perspective na nag-gain ko from all of this.
Yeah, I agree.
Beautifully said.
Thank you, supportive friends.
That's it for today's episode. And thank you so much to M na pinaunlakan mo kami ulit dito.
Pleasure is mine.
Thank you for your time.
So if you guys have other coping mechanisms, or if you guys are struggling, kung meron kayong gustong i-share na your experiences during this pandemic, or if you have any comments, questions, you can share naman dun sa comments sa video. And just feel free to send us an email, jkallday0821@gmail.com. Till next time. Bye!
Bye!